Hi guys, today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects when people talk about steroids on my channel, and that is complaining is for losers. Okay? The first time that I heard about the concept that complaining is for losers is back when this whole PUA, pickup artist phenomenon, came about. Basically, there were guys who were making an actual scientific study of how to meet women and how to get women to like you and want to go on dates with you. And, then, of course, some of them started teaching courses to other guys about it. And one of the things that these people kept talking about in their ebooks and their videos was something called the accomplishment introduction. And that basically meant if your wingman, the guy you were out to meet women with, you would introduce him, be like, oh, he's such a great guy, you got to meet him, he did this and that, and, basically like what he's accomplished in his life, and would basically talk about what kind of cool friends you have. Now, that kind of goes against a lot of what most people would think, because a lot of guys who had tended to have problems with women would think, well, if I make this guy look like a loser, I'm going to look better in comparison. This is the problem with that kind of thinking. If this guy's a loser, what the hell does it make you? We all know that, the success, experts say that you are the combination or the average of the 5 people you spend the most of your time with. So if this guy's a loser, you're probably a loser too. Okay? Lay people, normal people say birds of a feather flock together. So if this guy's a fat, disgusting loser who doesn't bathe, you're probably a fat, disgusting loser who doesn't bathe too. Okay? So that's the first time that I came up with this whole concept of, that I was exposed to this concept of complaining is for losers. Now, what does that have to do with fitness? or just personal development or personal accomplishment in general? Well, the fact of the matter is, if you're complaining about something, it means you're unhappy about something. And whether you want to admit it or not, the fact of the matter is, you are always responsible for everything that is going on in your life. Okay? If you're complaining because I hate my job sucks, my job doesn't pay anything, everybody treats me so bad, they work me so much, they don't appreciate me, why are you working that job? Probably because you're a loser and you can't get a different job. Why can't you get a different job? Because you have no education, you have no skills, and because you probably suck and you just don't put the work in, which explains why everybody treats you so badly at this job. Believe me, if you are so good and if you are so worthwhile, you wouldn't be here because people would be begging you to quit your job and giving you bonuses to come start working for them. But the fact of the matter that you're working this job shows that you can't get anything better. So instead of improving yourself and instead of becoming the kind of person who can get a better job, you'd rather complain. So complaining is for losers. Oh, well, my wife is so fat and she doesn't ever want to have sex and, yada, 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 and just complain about your wife. Why is your wife fat? Probably because you didn't have that much of a choice when you're looking for a girlfriend who became, a wife, a fiance, and then a wife. If you had a choice between her and, Pamela Anderson, you probably would have taken Pamela Anderson, but you didn't have the choice because Pamela Anderson would not touch you with a 10-foot pole. Okay? My wife doesn't want to have sex. Why doesn't she want to have sex? With you. There's a reason why she doesn't want to have sex with you. I mean, okay, you wear the same smelly t-shirt all weekend. You never shower, brush your teeth all weekend. During the week, all you do is eat and drink beer. You don't, you're not in shape. You have a big gut. You have more hair on your chest than you do on your head. It's like, I don't get it, okay? Then you're surprised that she doesn't want to have sex with you. So, once again, complaining is for losers. And let's go ahead and get back to what I talked about in the beginning. Complaining in terms of those people are on steroids. Okay, great. I put up a video about Sylvester Stallone's workout, Larry Scott's workout, diet, something like that. And then you say, oh, you forgot to mention the steroids. Ha 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 ha. Diets don't work. Workouts don't work. Okay, so let me guess. I understand. Without doing all kinds of steroids, you're not going to have a 20, 22, 24, 18, whatever inch arm. Okay, fine. But I'm sure you have a 14, a 16-inch arm and a 30-inch waist and a really well-defined abs because although you don't take steroids, you do work out and diet as hard as you can, and you bring your genetics as far as you can, right? No, really? You have 7.5-inch biceps and a 38.5-inch waist? Really? Oh my God, is it surprising? So basically, this complaining about how everybody's on steroids, oh, so the diets don't work, workouts don't work. If you don't use steroids, you have no chance whatsoever to do anything except sit in your ass all day and eat ho-hos. I understand. And, you know, like I said, this whole steroids complaint excuse goes even further, because those same people say, you know, oh, well, so you could just sit on your ass all day and eat ho-hos and you'll build muscle and you'll be leaner than somebody who doesn't, which is bullshit. Okay, first of all, because I'm not on steroids, but I'm on TRT. I inject testosterone every week, okay, which is like a very light, mild, therapeutic medical version of steroids. And I'm not in shape if I don't work out. And I'm not in shape if I don't diet properly. So, like I said, it's just ridiculous when people say, oh, well, you know, you could just sit on your ass and eat ho-hos all day and you'll be muscular and lean. But then when I put up a video about Stallone's diet or Larry Scott's diet, they'll say, you could only go on a diet that hard because you're using steroids. Well, okay, so Stallone's on steroids. He could sit on his ass and have a ripped six-pack, but he lives on like 500 calories of tuna out of a can for weeks on end. Why? Because it's fun to live on 500 calories a day, you fucking moron? So bottom line is this. Like I said, I mean, sometimes I'll talk negative. Like here in this video, I'm talking negatively about, you know, people because I'm trying to bring a point. I'm trying to wake people up. Like, stop fucking complaining. Do the most you can with what you've got where you're at, and you'll accomplish a lot more than if you just sit on your ass and complain and come up with excuses why you can't do things. I mean, that's basically the bottom line is nobody really cares about what, you know, you say. All people care about is what you do. If you get yourself in the best shape possible, and like I said, you've got like 16-inch arms and like a really nice six-pack, people will be like, damn, you're in pretty good shape. It's like, yeah, I could do steroids, but I don't want to, so I'm happy in the shape I'm in. And people will respect you, whether they do steroids or not. Everyone will say, that guy is in good shape. He's doing the most he can with what he's got. But like I said, just to sit around in your ass and, you know, complain about, well, I'm not doing steroids, so I can't do anything but sit on my ass and eat ho-hos all weekend. So I'm never going to go to the gym, and I'm never going to go on a diet. But, you know, nobody's going to like you. Nobody's going to respect you. That's just the way things are. And the thing is, you're not going to like or respect yourself, which is, of course, the most important thing. You know, so like I said, it's like, yes, I will talk badly about, you know, I'll talk negatively sometimes. Like I'm talking negatively about people who complain. That's true. You know, and there is no problem with, you know, saying about like your wife. It's like, well, you know, whatever. She's not exactly, you know, like a fitness model, but, you know, hey, you know, she's like my best friend, and, you know, the two of us, you know, take care of each other, and we get along great, and I still think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. You know, that's fine. Nobody's going to be perfect. No situation is going to be perfect. I've had jobs before that I loved. I got along with the people I worked with. I loved the job I was doing. The people that worked for me were great. I made more than enough money. Would I have liked to have made a lot more money? Of course I would have. Did I complain about it? No, because the fact of the matter is, in general, I was very, very happy with that job. And if I had any other, you could offer me any other job in the world, and I would have stayed where I was because I was truly happy. And guess what? After a while, everything went to hell. They started cutting my pay. I got new bosses I didn't get along with. There was a lot of backstabbing and politics going on in the office. So guess what I did? I quit and I didn't get myself another job. I started up a business. But the bottom line is, I left, because what the hell is the point to complaining about how much you hate something if, like I said, you know, you're just too lazy to like improve yourself to the point where you can get some situation that you want to be in. Leave that person. Get into a relationship with someone you actually look forward to seeing. Quit the job. Start a business or get a job you actually enjoy going to and actually enjoy doing. You know, stop complaining about other people using steroids or not, and just go as far as you possibly can without steroids. That's the only way you're ever going to be happy. You're ever going to get respect from anybody else, and you're ever going to be able to respect yourself even.